let's look at it in the point of when you were testing it in regards to even trying to understand the system itself, because we would also like to see how the system looks, right? How what were some of the things you've seen that this device can be very, very effective for bee farmers?
Okay. First of all, it is very easy to use. The interface is very, very easy to navigate and use as a bee farmer. It's not complicated. And secondly, we have this other problem in bee farming known as absconding. Absconding is a
Okay.
situation where bees will abandon everything in the beehive and go to a new location due
Okay.
to the fact that there has been nuisance or disturbance. So if a bee farmer can set up my heat in his farm and monitor it remotely, it's going to reduce
Okay.
that problem. It's going to remove that problem. So my device is not only increasing productivity. In fact, it is increasing productivity and at the same time very small labor is needed. So you just have to set it up in your farm and you monitor it remotely. And monitoring it remotely, most device will need internet, but my device works without the internet.
Wow,
So the farmer
that's
doesn't have
amazing.
to be the farmer doesn't have to be paying money or paying some data
For
fees in order
data.
to access. Yes, you don't have to pay for data. You access everything offline without the internet.
So this is how the device looks like. We have different components. We have the microcontroller, we have the preamplifier, we have different parts. We have the acoustic sensors that picks the signals from the hive. When it picks
Okay.
the signals from the hive, the preamplifier makes sure that it falls within the frequency range that predicts swarming. When it from then now, it's then now sent to our web interface. The web interface then now analyzes it, and we have this frequency spectrum that displays tell us if the bees are about to swarm or not. And on our
Okay.
frequency spectrum, we have 5,000 samples that are displayed every 100 milliseconds.
Okay.
From there, the farmer carries out timely intervention, which means more bee colonies. And using the example of Cameroon, who produces 3,000 tons of honey annually,
Okay.
our device is, before coming to that, our device is aimed at reducing swarming by 15 to 30% and increasing honey production by 40%. Now,
Okay.
increasing uh, honey to 40% now. And at the same time, boosting honey production by 15 to 25%. So if our device is able to increase honey production by 15%, it means that there is an additional 450 kg of honey that is provided to the economy of Cameroon, and
Yeah.
which means an additional 215 million contributed to the economy of Cameroon.
So now, you being a youth leader in the agricultural space, being able to work with different organizations, both international and national organizations, right? What are some of the key agricultural programs, right, or motivations that you see that can be embraced in farming for the common person, or for other youth like yourself who might be getting involved into agriculture? What are some of these motivations that they should be looking at for them to embrace and get into farming?
Okay, what I would say is I know a lot of youth out there who have beautiful ideas, but just for the fact that they can't get the finance to make their project realistic feels a deal for them. So if our governments can start looking into financing youth like agri innovative projects,
Okay.
it's going to go a very long way to improve on our agri sectors. And also as a climate activist, I'll obviously talk about our governments, our CSOs and international organizations to make sure that climate finance is actually taken down to the grassroots level. There are so
Okay.
many youths in our grassroots community that have a lot of innovative ideas. but just for the fact that they don't have the funds, it makes everything very difficult for them. And at times this fund is actually allocated, but the leaders we have, let me just
So,
say,
so, so-
if I'm the lead for the project, I want to bring my relatives to, take the money. They'll come out with a project from nowhere, collect the money, and those that have the real ideas will not really benefit from it. So climate finance should be implemented. Agri policies favoring the youth should be implemented, as well as transparency and accountability when it comes to agri finance and climate financing.
can you just, like I'd mentioned, maybe give us a last word for our listeners and our viewers who are actually going to be who are actually engaging in this conversation, right? To also maybe something to motivate other youth innovators or agri-print or agri-tech innovators, right? To understand why it is important to also involve or engage in things like this for for food sustainability and for agricultural innovations.
Okay, the first thing I would say is you need to be a visionary thinker. You need to be able to predict our future opportunities and challenges in the
Okay.
agri space. Now, when you're able to predict the opportunities and challenges, it's going to help you to come out with something very innovative that will help the future. And
Okay.
also, you need to collaborate and partner with people. Now, when I was building this device, I could not do everything by myself because I'm more of the biology person. So I needed to look for someone who is into the tech space to compile everything, to make our device, to materialize our, or to bring it to reality. And
Okay.
aside from that, I also had to work with stakeholders in my community. I present my ideas to them, and those that love it, they support my idea. So just
Okay.
because you're the one who has the idea doesn't mean that you don't have to partner with others. No, you need to partner with people. There is this saying that I always tell my friends: there is there is fundraising before fundraising. So always
Okay.
make sure, always have that open heart to partner, to collaborate, to network with people in your community. And also, you need to be someone who is very adaptable to any situation. Any situation you find yourself in, always try to adapt yourself. And when you adapt yourself, always try to bring in something very innovative.
Thank you very much, Cindy, for that.
Going back in the bed, jumping on the stage. You know, average is a gamble.